Yes, you read that right. In this video, I'm gonna be showing you exactly how I plan on turning $49 into 300k by the end of the year, trading Forex only. Now, that may sound too good to be true because it actually is. I got to admit that I've actually clickbaited you on this video to some degree, but don't click off just yet because I actually do plan on turning $49 into 300k by the end of the year. The only slight difference is that I'm not actually turning $49 into a 300k profit. No, I'm actually planning on turning $49 trading capital into 300k trading capital by the end of 2023. At this point, you've probably guessed, if you've been in the trading industry for a while, that I'm actually going to achieve that not by obviously trading a small account and trying to grow it. Obviously, I'm going to be using the most trending industry in the Forex space right now, of which it's obviously the prop firms. So for this specific goal that I made, I'm going to be using myforexfunds. Now, I'm going to be using this prop firm specifically because they are the most affordable and their challenge is overall one of the simplest two-step evaluation on the market. If you would like to find out more about the other prop firms, you can simply research, or you can comment down below so I can make a video about them if you're interested. But for this video, as I stated, I'll be doing that specifically with my Forex funds. Now, achieving the 300k trading capital by the end of the year is actually a very realistic goal, depending on the amount you start with. But for this challenge specifically, I'm gonna be starting with the 5k two-step evaluation model account, and we're going to eventually have to get to 300k by the end of the year. I plan on doing this in a very simple way that I'm going to outline right now. I buy the 5k, get payouts, and then turn it into 300k. Now, that's obviously not going to happen just like that. Obviously, I have to put in the work, of which is just as simple as staying disciplined to my trading plan and enduring delayed gratification. Now, before I go into the exact steps of how I'm going to do it, I would like to put out a disclaimer. If you'd like to join me on this challenge, I advise that you are going to use one strategy that you have tested yourself and proven to yourself that is profitable in the long run for this specific challenge. I do not recommend this to people who do not know their edge in the market yet, or people who are still trying to figure out their edge. Though, if you do have at least 6 months of trading data, that is obviously positive, then I believe you are eligible to join me. But at the end of the day, it's your money, it's your decisions, therefore do your due diligence. So let's get right into it. As I stated, I'm going to be turning 5k into 300k live funded account simply by taking the 5k challenge, then taking other challenges until I achieve 300k trading capital. So the process is very simple. How I plan on exactly doing it shouldn't be the same way you should do it, because at the end of the day, it depends on your strategy and the way you view the markets. Otherwise, this is exactly how I do it. I'm going to go from the 5k to the 50k, then the 300k challenge. And when I combine all those accounts together, I'll probably have around 355k trading capital by the end of the year. But the main goal is to just have at least 300k, or if things go to the west, 250k. I actually began on starting this challenge in January, but due to some reasons, I wasn't able to actually begin. Anyway, it's now March, which is the third month of the year, and I've begun the challenge. So if you see the time frame, which is March to December, that's approximately 10 months. And according to my calculations, it will take approximately 9 months for me to achieve this goal, as long as things are going according to plan. But if things go even way better, I may achieve it in less than 6 months, depending on how the trading goes, obviously. Or if things are crazy, it may take longer than that, but that's not part of the plan. I don't plan on doing this for more than 9 months. But just because I'm saying it will take 9 months on average, it doesn't mean it's guaranteed. It may take longer because we all know the Forex markets are unpredictable. You cannot predict the profits. Anyway, you're probably wondering how I came up with 9 months. Well, it's pretty simple. If you look at the two-step evaluation model on most companies, they request you to make approximately 10% on average on most companies in the first phase, and then you are required to make 5% in the second phase. For my Forex fund specifically, you make 8% and then 5% in the second phase, and then on the third phase, that's your live account. Now, if you look at most people trading strategies, it will take them approximately a month to earn that 8 or 5%. And that also applies to me. I personally, through my back tests, have discovered that my strategy produces an average of 10 hours per month, with a few abnormal months here and there which may produce up to 30 hours, even 40, 50 hours. And then there's some slow months which produce maybe just 6 hours or 8 hours. And that's me trading Euro USD only. But if I were to get the average of all these back tests and trading data, I found that I get an average of 10-hour profits per month. So looking at this data, I figured that if I'm risking 1% per challenge phase, I'll have no issues passing phase 1 and 2 in a time window of 30 days each. Now, I have to remind you, all this data came from my back testing and my forward testing results, which took me time to gather. Therefore, you should probably do the same if you want to join me on this challenge. Back test, forward test, live test, go through the thick and thin, optimize your strategy and find your edge. I haven't said I found my edge fully. I'm still testing here and there and still trying to improve my edge, but at this point I've improved it just enough to help me pass a propfirm challenge. The only thing that would be holding me back is myself. So to get back to the main topic, when I purchased the 5k challenge, it will take me approximately 2 months to pass both phases and an extra month to get my first payout. That means that it will take me 3 months until I get my first payout on each challenge. And if you remember in the beginning, I stated that I'm going to start with 5k, 50k, then 300k. Therefore, for me to eventually get my first payout on my 300k account, provided things go well, it will take 9 months in total, which means that the 10-month period I have is actually enough for me to achieve this goal by the end of the year, unless otherwise. But if I were to be completely factual, it's actually 8 months, because for the first 2 accounts, I actually have to get the payout. But for my 300k account, I'll just have to pass phase 1 and 2, which that's 2 months plus 6 months of trading those other 2 challenges. So that's 8 months specifically. But I only count that I have the 300k when I managed to get my first payout and my refund. That's why I'm saying 9 months. Anyway, as I stated, when I start with the 5k, I plan on risking 1% per trade idea during the challenge phases. That means in 2 months, I'll be able to pass my 5k evaluation 2-step challenge. When I get my live account, I'm going to be risking 0.5% per trade idea, which means if I'm getting an average of 10-hour profits per month, that equates to approximately 5% profits on the live funded account. That means for my first payout, I'm probably going to get around 250 USD as my first payout, plus my refund, which is $49. Obviously, my Forex funds has to get that cut from the 250, but I'll have probably approximately $300 as my first payout if everything goes according to plan. Remember, that's based on the assumption that I'm getting an average of 10-hour profits per month. So when I get that first payout, I'm going to reinvest it into a 50k challenge, which costs $300. Therefore, I'll be able to afford the account. If for some reason I do not manage to get around $300 as my first payout, I'll obviously look for outside sources of income to eventually get that 50k. But the main point is that when I get my first payout on the 5k challenge, I am supposed to get a 50k challenge no matter what. And so when I get the 50k challenge, the process is the same. Risk 1% per trade idea until I pass both phases. When I get my live account, from there things will be smooth, because if I risk 0.5%, which is the plan, on the live account, I'll be able to make 5% of that account, assuming that I make 10-hour profits, of which on the 50k account that equates to around $2,500, plus my refund of $300, which will be around $2,800 in total. But obviously my Forex funds has to get their cut. But either way, on my first payout with my 50k live account, I'll probably be able to afford the 300k challenge, which costs around 1,400, 500, I'm not sure, somewhere there. The main point is that I'll be able to afford it on my first payout of the 50k. And when I get that account, again, it's straightforward. Pass both phases, risk 0.5%, until I get my first payout on the 300k live account, and that's when I would officially state that I have achieved the $49 capital to 300k trading capital in 9 months, of which is before the end of 2023. Now by that time I'll probably have around 350k total trading capital, of which is probably a lot of money to literally everyone watching this video. If you're able to have a 350k funded capital and you're risking, even if it's just 0.25% of that account, you'll probably be earning over $5,000 a month, of which that's crazy amounts of money for literally I can bet everyone watching this video at the current moment. Obviously we're all here to improve. At some point $5,000 will be literally the money you're spending on your freaking hairstyle or something. But my main point is that at the current moment I'm pretty sure that for everyone watching, $5,000 per month is probably crazy amounts of money, which will probably change our lives, and that's the goal. So that's my simple plan. If you're interested in joining me through this journey, as I said, I'm going to be using my Forex funds specifically, and therefore the prices and profit targets I was mentioning was specifically for my Forex fund. But that doesn't mean you can only do this with my Forex funds. You can obviously also do it with other prop firm like ftmo and the funded trader, of which I recommend those three, especially for the two-step evaluation phase. So if you'd like to join me, you'll find a discount code for both my Forex fund and the funded trader in the description below. You'll get 5% off any evaluation challenge you try to purchase with this discount code. Check it out in the description if you'd like to purchase any account. Otherwise, if you've made it this far into the video, I really appreciate. You're the best. I would also appreciate if you like the video, if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel if you'd like similar content. Also, if you'd like to check out exactly how I'm trading the markets, the pairs that I'm looking at, of which obviously I'll just be looking at Euro USD for the most part, exactly how I'm entering, exactly the trades I'm in, how I'm managing my trades, you can check out the Telegram group below. You can join it. You can also share your ideas in there. It's a free place. You can share your journey, you can ask questions, you can contribute. As long as it's trading related, you're free to join. Any type of trader, not just smart money traders. I know most people who are watching are smart money traders, but if you trade support and resistance, trend lines, Hikomoto, what the heck is that indicator? I don't know it. Elliott waves, patterns, I don't, whatever you trade, it's probably profitable if you put in the work to actually make it profitable. Therefore, I invite you to the Telegram group. You can join it. It's a free place. Share your ideas. There's no discrimination. Whatever you think of the markets is valid as long as you've tested it. So feel free, join the group. I'll see you that side. Otherwise, let's keep grinding, and don't forget, the sky is not the limit. Peace.